Greetings everyone, and welcome back to RoboCow's playthrough of Darksiders 3. When we last left off, Death had made the ultimate sacrifice, restoring humanity and seemingly redeeming his brother, War. But as War remains imprisoned, falsely accused, the Charred Council sets their sights on a new horseman, Fury. What role will this fiery warrior play in the unfolding events? Will she remain a loyal servant, or uncover the Council's true motives and forge her own path? Well, there's no time to waste, let's dive right back into the ravaged world of Darksiders 3 and find out.
Universe teeming with imperfection, misery, sin. Among the scholars of both heaven and hell, this query is known as the riddle of sorrows. If sin is itself a part of the grand design, is not sin then, by definition, divine? A question for the sages. Though one particularly restless bunch kept a robust relationship to the topic. The Nephilim. Spawn of angels and demons. Warriors, relentless, unstoppable, blood-mad. Until they were betrayed by four of their own. War, death, fury, and strife. The four horsemen of the apocalypse. Inconceivable power was bestowed upon the traitors by those sworn to maintain symmetry twixt order and chaos. The Charred Council. Bear witness as the Council holds court to end Nephilim war in the name of balance. This is the new pact. War, bringer of worldwide fire. You are the juggernaut of all pain. Death, dark soul of eternity. You are the deepest decay. You are anti-life. Strife, endless spirit of timeless unrest. You are all that is unsettled in the hearts of that which lives and breathes. And finally, fury, terrible engine of rage. You are the machine that...
Are we to waste our time on ceremony, or are we to fight?
Step forward and recognize, horseman. You are the most impatient of your kin. The least predictable, dancing on the edge of your own reality. Your brothers understand the undertaking set before them. But do you?
Still talking! Shall I have Death fetch us some tea, or can we get on with it?
Fury, your role in this story is yet to be written. I wonder, will you light the flame of creation anew? Or stomp out the embers for good?
Of the four horsemen, Fury was the least often called upon. Her fierce independence and unpredictable nature made the Charred Council wary of unleashing her. Yet, as Fury stewed in boredom, her chance for action arrived. The apocalypse had begun, and her brother, War, stood falsely accused of igniting it. While War languished in chains, a new threat emerged, the seven deadly sins, freed from their prison by forces unknown. With Death missing and Strife dispatched on a separate mission, the Council turned to Fury. Though the sins had once required the combined might of all four horsemen to subdue, Fury, brimming with characteristic arrogance, believed she could handle them alone. She accepted the task on one condition: success would elevate her to leader of the horsemen. The Council agreed, but assigned a watcher to accompany her, careful not to offend their volatile champion. Unlike the watcher that plagued War, this one would merely observe, a testament to Fury's pride. Before Fury departed, War urged caution, hinting at a deeper conspiracy surrounding these events. Fury, however, paid no heed, her mind set on the glory of the hunt and the promise of ultimate power.
Forces conspire against us! Heed my words!
Dispatched by the Charred Council, Fury and her watcher arrive in a ravaged heaven to hunt down the escaped seven deadly sins. Their first target, Envy, the demon of jealousy. While Fury relishes the task, eager to finally unleash her might, the Watcher constantly complains about the pace and methods of their hunt. Their pursuit leads them to Envy, who has undergone a transformation. No longer bound by the Council's prison, she has traveled to the mortal realm and absorbed its energy, gaining immense power and a fearsome new form, much like her brethren before their capture. However, Envy retains her trademark arrogance and envious nature. Adorning her neck is a talisman, a vessel of powerful magic. Consumed by jealousy for the powers wielded by her siblings, Envy crafted this talisman to steal and contain their essence. In a climactic clash, Fury overpowers Envy, ripping the talisman from her grasp. With Envy subdued, Fury imprisons the first of the 7 deadly sins within the very talisman she sought to use for her own twisted ambitions.
Pretty. Come and get it. Ah! That's mine!
Mistress, not to be a bother, but weren't you supposed to catch Envy?
I did.
In Fury's grasp, Envy's amulet pulsed with a subtle magic, acting as a compass that pointed her towards the nearest sin. A predatory grin spread across her lips. She'd even thank War for this delightful chaos later. The Watcher, however, advised caution. Envy was the weakest of their quarry. Moreover, the remnants of humanity were scattered, clinging to survival in territories now claimed by heaven and hell. Fury's journey would be far more arduous than she imagined. Journeying into the ruins, Fury encountered a towering Maker's Tree, its colossal form a stark contrast to the crumbling cityscape around it. Inside, she found refuge and met Ulthane, a gruff but kind Maker dedicated to safeguarding the surviving humans. He offered Fury his aid, but she scoffed at the notion of protecting such a flawed and self-destructive race. Her arrogance drew the ire of a human survivor named Jones, who openly criticized her indifference. Despite her irritation, Fury spared the defiant man, even going so far as to use Ulthane's serpent holes to help other lost souls reach the safety of the Maker's Tree. Her travels also brought her face to face with familiar demons. Vulgrim, the sly merchant, offered his services and wares in exchange for the souls Fury gathered. She also encountered Wrath, the sin of Fury's namesake, embroiled in a conflict with a legion of Hell's denizens. Never one to back down from a fight, and eager to test her might against the strongest of the sins, Fury waded into battle. The clash was fierce, but victory seemed within Fury's grasp, especially after she summoned her trusty steed, Rampage, to even the odds.
Rampage! Your master summons you! We ride!
To Fury's shock and horror, Rampage cried out in pain, collapsing onto the ground. It was then that she noticed the weapon protruding from his side, glowing with celestial energy, an angelic blade. Fury, heedless of her own safety, rushed to her fallen companion's side. Wrath seized the opportunity, his blade plunging towards her unguarded back. Pain ripped through Fury as she registered the betrayal, yet she summoned a final, desperate surge of strength. Grasping the angel blade embedded in her own chest, she ripped it free, driving it into Wrath's smug face. As darkness claimed her, Fury recalled War's warnings. There were forces at play far greater than she'd realized, and the horsemen were but pawns in their game. But death, it seemed, was not yet her fate. Instead, Fury found herself drawn through a swirling vortex, deposited at the foot of a massive, otherworldly tree, the Hollow. Fury awoke in the Hollow to a strange and unsettling sight, an angel and a demon, locked in mortal combat, willingly offering their very souls to the enigmatic Lord of Hollows. These warriors were bound to an endless cycle of death and rebirth, their essence forever tethered to this shadowy realm, forced to serve as pawns in the eternal conflict between heaven and hell. The Lord of Hollows, however, offered them solace, a way out of their torment. By claiming 10 souls from each warrior, he granted them a final rest, freeing them from the unending cycle. The Lord of Hollows extended this same mercy to Fury, drawing her wounded form to his domain. His motives remained shrouded in mystery, though he made his disdain for the Charred Council clear, viewing the horsemen as nothing more than their puppets. The Watcher's presence at Fury's side only deepened his suspicions. Fury, however, bristled at the insinuation. She argued that her mission to hunt the 7 deadly sins was her own, and that the Council, even if capable of such treachery, would not dare orchestrate such a betrayal. Despite his doubts, the Lord of Hollows bestowed upon Fury a gift, the Flame Hollow. This new power granted her increased resilience to heat and imbued her attacks with searing flames. In return, he requested a simple task: destroy the demon Abraxas and deliver his soul to the Hollow. As Fury prepared to depart, the Lord of Hollows offered a final word of caution, urging her to see through the deceptions that surrounded her before it was too late. Fury, in pursuit of the next sin, couldn't shake the feeling that someone, or something, was orchestrating the horseman's downfall. The ravaged form of Rampage, her steed, offered a gruesome clue. Vulgrim, ever the helpful demon, pointed out the angelic shards embedded in Rampage's flesh. Could angels, once allies of the Charred Council, now be the enemy Fury needed to be wary of? Her quest for answers led her and the Watcher to a decaying human museum, guided by the amulet of choice. It was here that they encountered Avarice, the sin of greed, who had transformed the once grand building into a grotesque monument to his insatiable hunger. Avarice, true to his nature, cared little for the inherent value of his hoard. Be it a priceless artifact, a human life, or even mere street trash, all were indiscriminately piled within his domain. He craved everything the world had to offer, and woe betide anyone who dared challenge his claim.
Enjoy your collection, Avarice. For one final time! Do you know what that art is worth?
One sinner's life.
No sooner had Avarice been vanquished than a swirling vortex opened, dragging Fury back to the Hollow. The Lord of Hollows, it seemed, had taken it upon himself to oversee her progress, albeit in a rather unorthodox manner. He bestowed upon her the power of the Storm Hollow, granting her dominion over wind and lightning. Before Fury could question this unexpected intervention, the Lord of Hollows returned her to her quest, leaving her to ponder the true extent of his machinations. The trail of the sins led Fury to a crumbling cathedral, now claimed by pride, a being of blinding arrogance. The demon, taking the form of a winged angel, stood bathed in golden light. Yet, beneath the gleaming armor, Fury noticed scorched robes, singed wings, and a cracked halo, subtle hints of the corruption that festered within. Pride regarded Fury with open disdain, mocking her as the least of the horsemen. Perhaps when you stand before me as the last of your kind, then, and only then, will you be worthy of my attention. With a dismissive gesture, Pride tore open a rift in reality, revealing a glimpse of another realm, the realm of Leviathan, where she would await Fury's arrival, but only after she had proven herself against the remaining sins.
An insufferable creature.
Within the ruined grandeur of Pride's cathedral, Fury found herself pondering the nature of humanity. She struggled to comprehend how a species blessed with the spark of the Maker could be so prone to violence and self-destruction. The Watcher offered little in the way of answers, and soon, Fury's attention was drawn to a new target, Sloth, the embodiment of indolence. True to his nature, Sloth proved to be a sluggish and apathetic foe, content to lounge upon his throne while his insect-like minions did his bidding. Even the act of choosing seemed an insurmountable chore for the lethargic demon. The plight of humanity, even the fate of his fellow sins, held no sway over Sloth's profound indifference. Preferring persuasion to exertion, Sloth attempted to lure Fury into a state of blissful apathy, urging her to abandon her arduous quest and embrace the ease of inaction. Had the Watcher not been present, Fury might have even considered the merits of such an existence. Yet, her duty, and her inherent nature, compelled her to rouse the languid demon from his stupor and force him to fight for his very survival.
Congratulations. You must be so fulfilled. What change do you think killing me will enact on this sad crusade? Aren't you exhausted?
Yes.
But even the most grueling fight is less tiring than taking no action at all.
Some time after defeating Sloth, Fury found herself at the gates of a heaven stronghold. The angels offered her no welcome, and she, in turn, wasted no time on pleasantries. It was only after she'd bested their champion in combat that their leader, the angel commander Uziel, saw fit to address her. Unlike his subordinates, Uziel met Fury with a degree of composure. He spoke pointedly of the efforts heaven had undertaken to contain the damage wrought by war's supposed transgression, only for Fury to remain fixated on the death of Rampage and the angelic blades that had slain him. While Uziel claimed ignorance regarding the circumstances of Rampage's death, he offered a bargain: information for a favor. Uziel's forces were struggling against a new threat: unhinged angels, once noble warriors twisted by lust into vessels of mindless rage and destruction. If Fury were to defeat the demoness and end this corruption, Uziel promised to investigate Rampage's death. As a gesture of goodwill, he gifted Fury a weapon, a pair of gauntlets remarkably similar in design and function to the Chaos Eater wielded by War. Fury soon tracked Lust to her lair. Yet, instead of outright confrontation, the demoness chose a subtler tactic. She preyed on Fury's insecurities, forcing her to question her purpose and the justifications for her rage. Just as Fury's resolve began to falter, Lust was struck down by a hail of ethereal bullets. 3 figures emerged from the shadows, her brothers, War and Death, alongside Strife, finally joining the fray. They revealed that Strife had hunted down the remaining sins, Death had supposedly redeemed War, and War had learned that heaven and hell had conspired to trigger the apocalypse. Now, reunited at the behest of the Charred Council, they stood together under Fury's leadership, ready to dismantle the corrupt powers that be. For a fleeting moment, Fury allowed herself to believe it. But something felt amiss. Her rage surged, the flames of her whip scattering the illusion to reveal Lust's mocking smile. The demoness had expertly crafted a fantasy, feeding on Fury's deepest desires. Yet, Fury had been tempered by the trials of the Hollow. She saw through the deception and with renewed fury, unleashed her full wrath upon Lust.
You should not have made them kneel!
The battle raged, a whirlwind of blades and magic. Just as Fury began to gain the upper hand, Uziel arrived, intending to aid her against their common enemy. However, Lust, ever the manipulator, seized the opportunity. With honeyed words and promises of power, she swayed Uziel to her side, turning the angel commander against Fury. Now forced to battle both Lust and a brainwashed Uziel, Fury found herself facing insurmountable odds. Yet, fueled by her indomitable will and the strength of the Hollow, Fury persevered. She managed to defeat Lust, her whip silencing the demoness's lies for good. Before succumbing to her wounds, Lust, grasping for her final breath, desperately pleads for her life. She offers to reveal Envy's location in exchange for mercy, believing Envy to be dead. However, Fury, unmoved by Lust's pleas and enraged by the destruction she wrought, refuses and delivers the killing blow. Unbeknownst to Fury, Uziel, momentarily freed from Lust's influence, witnesses her death. Consumed with regret for allowing himself to be manipulated, he accepts his fate at Fury's hands. But, the horsewoman hesitates. She knows that Lux's hold over the angels is temporary and that striking down Uziel would be pointless. Instead, she spares him, making him indebted to her, an asset who can provide information about the other sins, including Wrath, who is responsible for Rampage's death. This encounter with Lust marks a significant change in Fury's demeanor. She recognizes the ruthless, potentially selfish nature that lies within. This shift intrigues the Lord of the Hollows, who bestows upon her the Force Hollow. This new power grants Fury control over gravity, allowing her to manipulate heavy objects and unleash powerful attacks. Gluttony, the sin of ravenous consumption, is Fury's next target. This monstrous entity devours angels, demons, and humans indiscriminately, its origins shrouded in mystery. Fury had previously encountered a massive, tentacled form of gluttony, defeating it before confronting Lust. Now, guided by the amulet, Fury locates Gluttony's lair. Gluttony, attempting to trick Fury, conjures an illusion of a grand feast. However, Fury sees through the illusion, having already faced and resisted similar temptations, particularly from the sin of greed. It is only when gluttony reveals the partially devoured corpse of Rampage that Fury's rage truly ignites, leading to a fierce battle with the monstrous sin. Fury returns to the Lord of the Hollows, who bestows upon her yet another power, the Startic Hollow. This new ability allows Fury to effortlessly walk on water. Perplexed, she questions why the Lord of the Hollows continues to grant her these powers, seemingly gaining nothing in return. Why does he show such interest in a horseman? The Lord of the Hollows offers no direct answer, simply stating that Fury will understand in time. He ominously adds that only one of them will survive their next encounter. His words leave Fury troubled and suspicious. What is the true motive behind his aid? Could he be setting her up, planning to dispose of her once she has served his mysterious purpose? The truth unravels when Fury encounters Abraxas, the corrupted Watcher. From him, Fury learns why the Lord of the Hollows wants him dead. Abraxas reveals that he was once a servant of the Charred Council, the architect who built the tower drawing power from the Well of Souls, the very same tower where War battled the corrupted angel, Azrael. Abraxas calls the Lord of the Hollows a traitor, exposing his sinister plan. For eons, the war between heaven and hell raged, with each side taking turns winning, maintaining a delicate balance. However, the Lord of the Hollows desires something different, to control creation itself. While the horsemen fight to preserve the balance, the Lord of the Hollows believes he embodies that balance. He fears that one day the council will deem him a threat and send the horsemen to eliminate him, just as they did with the Nephilim. This is why he chose Fury, manipulating her into doing his bidding. At this point, the player is faced with a choice: kill Abraxas or heed his words. Choosing the latter leads Fury back to the Lord of the Hollows to confront him. She then decides whether to kill him or spare his life. If spared, the Lord of the Hollows reveals his past. He was once a member of the Charred Council but left when they prioritized containing heaven and hell over guiding humanity. He accuses them of allowing the apocalypse to happen, fearing that creation, like heaven and hell, would become too unpredictable. Disillusioned, he retreated to the Hollows, gathering stray souls, becoming a vessel for their essence. His goal: to sacrifice himself, using the amassed souls to fuel the rebirth of humanity. He reveals he orchestrated everything, waiting for a horseman, specifically Fury, to fulfill this purpose. With his confession complete, the Lord of the Hollows takes his own life, leaving behind an amulet containing the collected souls for Fury to use. Fury continues her pursuit of the 7 deadly sins, venturing into the depths of the Scar, a festering wound on the world. It is there she discovers that her next target is none other than Wrath, the sin she confronted earlier and believed to be dead. Wrath, wounded but alive, retreated to the Scar, establishing his dominion over the chaotic realm. At the heart of the Scar, Fury finds him, presiding over a gladiatorial arena.
Especially when you're this angry. In some other reality, I could have loved you, Fury.
Fury's initial rage at seeing Wrath alive is tempered by a cold focus. She has changed, hardened by her experiences. She doesn't engage in a war of words, she is here for one purpose: to end Wrath's threat. The arena becomes their battleground.
Skillfully it appears. Am I still beautiful?
With 6 of the 7 deadly sins now imprisoned, Fury confidently confronts Pride, the eldest and most powerful of them all. However, Pride surprises her with an offer, an alliance. She reveals that Fury has been manipulated, that the balance she seeks is a lie. She proposes that together, they can reshape the universe according to their own design, bringing about true balance as powerful, unchallenged rulers. This offer might have tempted the Fury of old, but not the Fury who stands before Pride now. She recognizes the insidious nature of her proposition, the echoes of the very arrogance she embodies. Moreover, Fury sees through Pride's facade. Beneath the arrogance and boasting, she senses a deep-seated insecurity, a shame about her true appearance, which her constantly hides behind a mask. Armed with newfound resolve and the formidable power she has acquired, Fury decisively defeats Pride, refusing to be a pawn in her schemes. Fury stands triumphant over Pride, demanding she reveal what she knows about the Charred Council and their true motives. But before Pride can answer, a chilling, familiar laugh echoes through the chamber. The Watcher appears, her voice dripping with mockery as she taunts Fury, exposing the fear hidden within her heart. Confused and caught off guard, Fury can only watch in stunned silence as the Watcher removes her mask. The face revealed beneath is that of Pride, twisted and imperfect. She calls her sister. The truth hits Fury like a physical blow. The Watcher is Envy, master of deceit. She had been disguised all along, manipulating Fury from the very beginning. The Pride Fury defeated was nothing but a hollow vessel, a puppet in Envy's elaborate scheme. Betrayal cuts deep. The Charred Council, the very power Fury and her brothers served, had orchestrated this betrayal. They allowed Envy to infiltrate and manipulate, using Fury to capture the sins and claim their power. Never in her wildest nightmares did Fury imagine such a deception, such a betrayal by those she swore to serve. The Charred Council's true goal was not just to contain the 7 deadly sins, but to eliminate the Horsemen entirely. With a swift, brutal motion, Envy rips the amulet from Fury, casting her in a defeated, despairing down from the heights of heaven, leaving her to fall into the ruined world below.
But the message is clear!
John and Althane, sensing Fury's despair, rally to her side, urging her to reclaim her fighting spirit. At the center of Haven, a safe haven protected from the apocalypse, the Maker, Althane's kin, had constructed a portal. This portal acts as a bridge, a gateway for anyone to reach the place their heart truly desires. And what Fury desires most in this moment of betrayal is to confront the Charred Council, to make them answer for the chaos they've wrought. The portal beckons, promising a path to vengeance and a chance to right the wrongs she's been made party to. As Fury plunges back to the earth, Envy, empowered by the combined might of the 7 deadly sins and a portion of Fury's own strength, confronts the Charred Council. She lays siege to their very being, nearly shattering their physical forms with her newfound power. Just as victory seems within Envy's grasp, Fury arrives.
I dare, because no one else ever has, and that makes this even sweet. You haughty sons of whores have had this coming for eons, and you have no one but yourselves to thank for it.
Your lust for power will be your undoing, Envy.
Well, isn't that the pot calling a kettle black? When I'm done here and you're nothing left but pebbles, I will simply wait out the apocalypse and destroy whatever weakened generals remain. The Earth will be mine.
She decided to annihilate Envy before turning to confront the ancient entity who had betrayed her.
No! It was mine! All of it was mine! I deserved it!
Fury slays Envy and imprisons her within the amulet. Simultaneously the council against her. They scornfully refer to the horsemen as maggots and mobilize to destroy Fury. However, Fury swiftly shatters the amulet, free the flow of the 7 deadly sins power and causing the council's stronghold to shudder and collapse. Take that opportunity. Fury jumped back down the portal and returned to heaven. Meanwhile, heaven has come under demonic assault, orchestrated by the council, according to Fury. Humanity must flee immediately, but not without the hope of one day returning in strength. For heaven, hell, and the treacherous council prey upon humanity not out of hatred, but out of fear of the latent power gifted to them by the Creator. Left unchecked, humanity could rise above them all, but for now they are too vulnerable and in need of guidance and protection. Fury accepts this responsibility. She will step through humanity's portal to an unknown realm while the Makers hold back the Despair's legions. Johns also stayed behind after instructing Ultan to help War if possible. Fury follows humanity through the portal, but noticing that John wields the legendary Redemption and Mercy revolvers, the signature weapons of the Horseman Strife.
Strife.
And that concludes our look at the journey of Fury, the 4th Horseman. Additionally, the Darksiders 3 after credits scene depicts Lilith kneeling before a mysterious entity who claims the void will consume heaven, hell, and the council, and that he will be a willing beneficiary. Based on speculation, this entity is likely Lucifer, the Lord of Demons who is yet to make a significant appearance in the Darksiders timeline. If the franchise continues with future installments, Lucifer promises to be a pivotal figure in the Darksiders universe and will likely serve as the ultimate antagonist for the Horsemen to face. Thank you for joining us on this retrospective series. Let us know who your favorite Darksiders character is in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'm RoboCow, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.